The first thing Michael Carter noticed was the snow melting through the thin soles of the child's shoes, soaking into skin that should have been warm, protected, and laughing somewhere safe. It was Christmas Eve, the city glowing with lights and polished glass towers, and there they were, one woman and a small boy, standing beneath the towering headquarters of Carter Industries, as if the building itself were the last place left to hope. The child's face was tilted upward, eyes searching the sky, his expression carrying a question too heavy for someone so young. And in that moment, Michael felt something crack open inside his chest that no boardroom battle or billion-dollar deal had ever touched. Before this story continues, take a moment right now. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet miracles that still happen in this world, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that may be hurting. Michael Carter was a man known across the United States as a self-made CEO, a titan of industry who built his empire from nothing. His life was measured in quarterly earnings, global expansions, and long nights lit by the glow of spreadsheets. People admired him, feared him, and envied him, but few truly knew him. What most didn't see was the loneliness that followed him like a shadow through penthouses and private jets, or the memory of a childhood spent in foster homes after his mother passed away when he was barely old enough to remember her face. Christmas, for Michael, had always been a season of hollow decorations and unspoken grief. That evening, Michael had stayed late at the office, signing off on last-minute documents, eager to escape the silence waiting for him at home. When he finally stepped outside, the cold cut sharply against his tailored coat, and that was when he saw them. The woman's name was Rachel Thompson, though Michael did not know it yet. She stood stiffly, shoulders tense, trying to shield her son from the wind, with a coat far too thin for December in New York City. Her face bore the exhaustion of someone who had cried too many times in private and learned to hide it well in public. Rachel's life had unraveled quietly, then all at once. Her husband, a construction worker named Thomas, had died in a workplace accident earlier that year. Medical bills swallowed what little savings they had, and eviction followed soon after. Shelters were full, family was gone, and pride kept her standing outside rather than begging inside, the warmth of strangers' charity. Her son Noah, only 6 years old, had learned to ask questions that Rachel didn't have answers for, especially as Christmas approached and their world felt smaller, colder, and darker. Michael watched them from a distance at first, something unfamiliar tugging at him. The boy's gaze kept lifting toward the sky and the decorated skyline, his face holding innocent belief despite everything. It reminded Michael of himself at that age, clutching a paper letter to Santa he had never mailed because there was no address to send it from. The memory hit him so hard that he stopped walking, the noise of the city fading as his past and present collided. Rachel shifted her weight, fighting the ache in her legs and the fear tightening her chest. She worried about what the night would bring, where they would sleep, whether her son would finally understand that Santa might not come this year. She told herself to stay strong, to keep smiling, but hope felt fragile, like ice about to crack beneath her feet. Michael finally stepped closer, his polished shoes stopping a few feet away. He noticed the boy's trembling hands, the woman's clenched jaw, and the quiet dignity they both carried. For the first time in decades, Michael didn't feel like a CEO. He felt like a man standing in front of a mirror reflecting everything he had survived and everything he had forgotten. Without fanfare or flashing cameras, Michael made a decision that would change all of their lives. He called his assistant and instructed her to cancel his evening plans. Then he called the manager of a nearby hotel he owned quietly through a subsidiary and arranged a room, meals included. He contacted a trusted nonprofit partner and asked them to be ready first thing in the morning. None of it felt like charity to him. It felt like repayment for something life had once taken and was now giving him a chance to return. Rachel was wary at first, suspicion battling desperation, but exhaustion won. She followed, clutching her son's hand, her heart pounding with fear and fragile hope. That night, for the first time in weeks, Noah slept in a warm bed, his breathing slow and peaceful, unaware that his life had shifted while he dreamed. Over the following days, Michael did not disappear as benefactors often do. He stayed involved. Rachel was offered temporary housing, then a permanent apartment covered by a foundation Michael had established years earlier, but rarely visited. She was connected with job training, childcare support, and grief counseling. Slowly, her shoulders relaxed, and the tightness in her eyes softened. She began to believe that survival could turn into living again. For Michael, something profound changed too. He found himself visiting the foundation office more often, listening to stories instead of reports. He spent Christmas morning not alone, but at a community center, watching children open gifts with laughter echoing through the halls. When he saw Noah running toward him, smiling without fear, Michael felt warmth spread through places inside him he thought were long dead. As weeks turned into months, Rachel found steady work at a local nonprofit, her confidence returning piece by piece. Noah started school, thriving in ways that made his mother cry tears she no longer tried to hide. Michael became a quiet presence in their lives, never demanding gratitude, never seeking recognition. He didn't need it. The reward was watching hope take root where despair once stood. Before this story ends, please pause for a moment. If this journey has touched your heart, if it has reminded you of the power one choice can have, like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps spread stories that restore faith in humanity. On the following Christmas Eve, snow fell gently over the city once more. Rachel and Noah stood by their apartment window, warm and safe, looking out at the lights below. Michael passed the building on foot, no longer rushing through life, feeling connected to the world around him in a way he never had before. He looked up at the glowing windows and smiled, knowing that sometimes miracles don't come wrapped in ribbons. Sometimes they come as people who stop, see, and choose compassion. Before the final moment fades, please leave a comment sharing what kindness means to you or how this story made you feel. Because somewhere tonight, another child is looking up at the sky, wondering if hope can still find them, and your belief might be the light that proves it can.